Now, our next contest is going to be
the second fight of the night,
division
56 kilograms. Árbitro, referee, Fran Fiaco. En la esquina de los Leones de Marruecos, on the corner of Morocco Atlas Lions, Mohamed, HAMOUT.
So here comes Mohamed HAMOUT, the reigning Moroccan champion in the bantamweight division. This is the limit is 56 kilograms, and this could be reasonably interesting as well. Although being Moroccan champion, I'm not sure it really cuts it. He's up against the 2012 Olympic champion. Thank you very much.
En la esquina de los Domadores de Cuba, on the corner of Tamer from Cuba, Robeisy Ramírez.
Here comes Robeisy Ramirez. Undefeated as far as the World Series of Boxing contests are concerned. The 2012 Olympic champion at bantamweight. Cracking little fighter. And Mohamed HAMOUT, well, is he up against it here or not? Very confident young fella. And in case you're wondering, by the way, sitting here ringside, we have the former three-time Olympic champion, Felix Savon, whose son, Erez Landy, is boxing in our last contest of the evening.
Segundo combate de la noche, división 56 kilogramos. The second fight of the night, division 56 kilograms. En la esquina de los Leones de Marruecos, Mohamed HAMOUT.
So there you are then, good lad, Mohamed HAMOUT of Morocco.
En la esquina de los Domadores de Cuba, on the corner of Tamer from Cuba, Robeisy Ramírez.
Robeisy Ramirez, good lad. Now this will be very interesting. Let's just see how HAMOUT copes with this. So round one, they never scheduled 5 3-minute rounds. And, well, Ramirez, as you can see, coming out as a southpaw, he can do it both ways. Southpaw or orthodox. Reigning Olympic champion, undefeated in the World Series of Boxing. But HAMOUT doesn't appear to have a great deal of respect for the achievements here so far of Ramirez. Although that left hand might just have reminded him who he's up against. Well, none of those headshots they got through from HAMOUT, so maybe he needs to switch to the body. Here we go. Well, it's a very lively contest, isn't it? Cracking little match, this one. Yep, Gumshiller's gone. No advice from the cornermen. At least that's the theory, as action resumes here in the opener. So HAMOUT trying to find a way to break through that tight guard of Ramirez. Don't forget, of course, HAMOUT, pretty decent, reigning Moroccan champion. And boxing, by the way, in North Africa and indeed the entire Mediterranean district has come on a great deal. District, I mean area. Well, lovely left hand there, I thought, from RAMIREZ. And now trying to chase HAMOUT down here. And I think it's a big mistake from HAMOUT to try and fight fire with fire. Needs to try and be a bit cuter than that. RAMIREZ is a hurtful puncher. Well, not a great deal left in this opening round. I think he's going to go RAMIREZ's way, but he hasn't had everything his own way here. And at times, quite a casual approach, isn't it, from the Cuban? So that's a 10-9 round for me in favour of RAMIREZ, but a decent effort there from HAMOUT. So a bit of replay. Well, the closing 10 seconds had a great deal to do with this round. It was all RAMIREZ then. And that's the moment when the gum shield went. So here we go then for round 2 of the scheduled 5-round bantamweight contest. This is our second match on the evening in a 5-bout contest. So the Cuban southpaw in the blue shorts. Looks like he's nicked the first round, but Mohamed HAMOUT, well, a very determined young fella. And with a degree of talent as well. Yeah, it's still a very casual approach, this, isn't it, by Robeisy RAMIREZ. But he knows what he's doing. Don't forget, of course, if you're an orthodox boxer, you're going to try and keep your left foot on the outside of the leading foot here of RAMIREZ, or vice versa, of course. If you're RAMIREZ, you've got to go try and keep on to your own right. So it's left for HAMOUT and right for RAMIREZ. And it makes the world of difference, you know, if you can actually achieve that. Certainly takes out the stronger, tends to be the stronger backhand of your opponent. Well, once again, a spirited effort this by HAMOUT, but, you know, just when it seems to matter, RAMIREZ seems to put out the shots that count. Once again, HAMOUT there working away, but nothing really eye-catching from him. Well, this is once again good work here now being put together by RAMIREZ. Finishing the round very strongly once again to, in my opinion, go 2 in front. So 2 gone, and I think they've both gone RAMIREZ's way. I've got him in front now, 2018. That may not, of course, be absolutely right, but we'll wait and see. Once again, a very smart finish from RAMIREZ, putting everything into the last 10 seconds and really making a difference. So round 3 it is. And the Robeisy RAMIREZ, 2 in front for me in the blue shorts, in action here against Mohamed HAMOUT, representing the Moroccan Atlas Lions. Yes, it appears to be very casual for a couple of minutes from RAMIREZ, really, and then, of course, he explodes into life with 10 or so seconds left in the round. That may work some of the time, but not always. And I've often said to myself, how on earth did the Cubans get so talented? Well, I've got no idea, to be honest with you. You know, it's obviously a combination of natural talent, great training, and often quite poor facilities, by the way, with ancient equipment. But it's not just boxing they're good at. Baseball springs to mind. If I remember rightly, a few weeks ago I saw on the news something about the American president making peace with the Cuban president after some 50 years. Interesting match last season, by the way, saw the first contest between the Cubans and the Americans for 50 years. So just over a minute to go then here in the third. And you'll see with 10 or 15 seconds to go, you'll see RAMIREZ explode into life. And once again, you know, nothing eye-catching, particularly here from HAMOUT. Well, here we go. Or maybe not. Well, that's a lovely body shot, left hook to the head. Well, yeah, last few seconds here being utilised by RAMIREZ in much the same kind of way. But I tell you what, probably nothing in the round. Lots of decent work there done by Mohamed HAMOUT, although, as I said, nothing particularly eye-catching. Just one of those rounds. And sadly, of course, for the British Lionhearts, they are in the same group. I say sadly, who knows? You know, they're in the same group as the Cuba Domadores. But they did get their campaign off to a cracking start with that fantastic win over the China Dragons. 3-2 it was.
Second out. Segundo fuera.
So round 4.
Fourth round.
And I just would love, if I was Ramirez's coach, I've got to say, I try and iron out this casual attitude he has. Granted, that's the kind of attitude that makes him comfortable. You know, different strokes for different folks, really. But I think he can make life easier for himself if he's a bit more serious about what he does. Instead of waiting for the last 10 seconds, you know, do a bit more of it throughout the round. Obviously a very talented young man. And the interesting thing is that HAMOUT's done nothing wrong, really. It's just that, you know, he's up against a very talented individual here in Ramirez. I'll show you how to fight on the inside, they say to each other. And once again, we saw that HAMOUT, you know, looking at things, trying to work things out, but swiping the wind yet again. Well, switch to orthodox there momentarily from Ramirez, but back to southpaw. Well, that may have been a low blow from Ramirez. And there's the bell to end round 4. An interesting round yet again. And once, you know, I've got to say, there's nothing really that's caught my attention from Mohamed HAMOUT. You know, so once again, you know, it's got to be a round, I believe, in favour of Ramirez. And incidentally, I'm not trying to be biased in any kind of or way. You know, it's just one of those things. Get a fighter that doesn't set you alight and one that can do. Well, we've got one round to go here. Robeisy Ramirez against Mohamed HAMOUT is the match. This is the 5th and final round, and as far as I'm concerned, HAMOUT needs a knockout to win it. And it's ironic, you know, that this could be an awful lot closer than I've said. So try not to be too carried away. But, you know, HAMOUT doesn't look to be in front. But you never can tell these days. And quite a lot of support, by the way, in the crowd here for RAMIREZ. Constant bongo drums being slapped. Well, we've gone past the halfway point here now in this final round. Yes, I think one of the problems here, for RAMIREZ is he's talented and he knows it. Nothing wrong with that, of course, and, you know, as long as you apply your talent. I'm not sure he does constantly. Well, we're well inside the last half minute now. Well, it's interesting, HAMOUT has instigated the fast finish. Well, he's not getting the chance to put anything together towards the end of this round. But, you know, once again, probably I don't know. No, I'm going to go once again for RAMIREZ. He's the man I thought won the round, but, you know, you just never can tell. I've got it 49-46 in favour of the Cuban. And if that's the case, it'll be the second 49-46 victory of the evening so far in the first two matches for Cuba over Morocco. Well, that was a cheeky backhander there a moment ago from RAMIREZ. That was missed by the referee, missed by me first time round. Here we go then for the official verdict. As soon as HAMOUT has been degloved.
Resultado del combate, división 56 kilogramos. The result of the combat, division 56 kilograms. Juez 1, Juez 1, 48-47, 48-47. Juez 2, Juez 2, 50-45, 50-45. Juez 3, Juez 3, 49-46, 49-46. El vencedor por votación unánime, the winner, unanimous decision, de los Domadores de Cuba,
Well,
the Cuban Tamer, Robeisy RAMIREZ.
Sorry, 50-46 I had it, my apologies. But one had it 50-45 and one had it 48-47. Very, very close. So there you are then, the first two bouts have gone, and they've both gone the way of Cuba in the light fly and the bantamweight divisions. The light welterweight division is next.